How does this work out in the workplace? If we're a leader and we have a strong polarity, a strong positive polarity, we're really seeking the good of others and for our future selves, and we're repulsing the bad behavior and we're not giving in and compromising. Well, we're going to be in a situation here where we're going to attract people of low charge. The eagles, the people that kind of are already aligned with you and they're already attracted to you, you're just going to keep them, and that's going to solidify that. These will become your foundation for the future. But the thing is it's going to repel the turkeys, those people that have oppositional polarity. They're not really going to want to work for a leader like this, because it's too different. This person doesn't compromise and give in to their bad behavior. They confront it and they put consequences in place, and they remove those behaviors from the workplace, as opposed to tolerating it like maybe like a weaker magnet would do. That's kind of a positive polarity. This would be a strong leader. But the zone of opportunity really is in this middle ground. It's companies that really succeed are the ones that can grab the people that with a lower charge and really strengthen them and help them to become stronger and more powerful and more knowledgeable of their business and more dedicated. So the next stage here. So let's say the leader is kind of in this middle zone. They don't have a real strong charge. They don't really have a great purpose in pushing towards something great down the road. So they're not really working hard to improve their future self, and they're not really working hard to put others first. But they're also not, maybe they're tolerating negative, but they're not oppositional either. So they're not leading the way for these people. What's going to happen then is you might have some eagles work with you for a little while, but they're going to see that maybe their magnetism is a little stronger than yours, and they might go find a bigger magnet to work with. The people that are in this zone, they kind of have a low charge too. Well, they're going to like that. They're going to like working for a boss that has a low charge and doesn't expect a lot from them and tolerates a little bit of apathy and laziness. Usually they'll get along just fine with that, and you'll be attracted to that as well. It's okay to attract these people if you're going to make them better. But if you're going to keep them the same, or over time, they might even fall down into the turkey level. And you might even attract some turkeys as well, because if you're apathetic, they can get along with that. They can come on board, and if you're not going to expect a lot from them and you're not going to kind of call them out when they're oppositional, then they'll stick around for a while with that. They might even stick around for a long time. Who knows? And then there's the third category. Let's say you're an oppositional leader. You're a person that you kind of want to do things your own way. You're not really a company person. You don't really care much for the standards that are in place, or the procedures, the proper ways that's established by the company or the leader. And you just kind of an independent person kind of doing your own thing, pointed in the wrong direction. Well, you're going to attract other people just like you. They're going to want to be part of what you're doing too. It's like, wow, I can come here and be a part of a guy that's just like me. Like I said, there's attraction. Just that's where the attraction comes. But the alignment is not there. They're not aligned with the true north. They're aligned with the south, the negative. A leader that kind of is in this area here, they might attract some low charge people, but eventually the low charge people will probably leave too, or they'll become turkeys, and they'll repel the eagles. The people that really are going a different direction and don't have a connection with them, they're not attracted to them, nor are they going in the same direction. Well, those people will leave. The ones that are going true north, they're really headed towards the true north. They're not going to be there at all. They're going to be rejected like a bad kidney. Yeah. So this kind of gives you an idea of maybe as leaders where we're at in the organization. And of course, most of you if you've been around for a while, you've seen all of these, and it's possible that you've even been all of these. And I will be honest with you, I have been every single one of these. I have been that rebellious leader early in my days, where I cared more about the friends I was misleading and partying with than I did the needs or the well-being of the company, or the other employees in the business that maybe I wasn't partying with. I was this guy for a time, and I've also been that low charge leader too. And sometimes I might have a week where I'm a low charge leader. I'm just having a bad week or whatever, and I need to connect up with my coach, and so I can kind of get that strength built back up, to that strength and motivation. But when we're low charged, all of us are going to be that. And if anybody says that, no, I'm a highly charged leader all the time, then you're lying, because the truth is that's a really mighty, powerful force that we have to deal with. All right, so there are these are the two things that I want to talk about. So there are two primary methods of strengthening a magnet or converting an uncharged metal object into a magnet. Likewise, it's with a leadership as well. The first is you bring it close to a more powerful magnet. In the presence of a stronger magnet, the weaker magnet produces a stronger magnetic field. Their combined strength surpasses their individual separate effects. If we want to help a person that has a low charge or a low magnetism, one way to do it is to bring it into a highly charged presence of another person. This would be mentorship. This would be coaching. This would just be putting your arm around somebody and saying, "Hey, let's talk, let's chat." We try to do this in our company. We have one-on-one setup where we can encourage people and help bring up the charge. We do this by design. We have this set up on purpose by design because of this factor here. And the second one here is kind of similar, but not really. It's stacking similar magnets to increase their charge. A weaker magnet, like being subjected to a stronger magnet, will strengthen its field by forming an alliance with other magnets and combining their magnetic fields to form a much stronger field. We do this in our company as well, right? We'll have our senior leaders, our general managers, within stores. We try to do that, but we need to bring people together so that there's a common field and that there's this attraction by stacking magnets. I love it when I'm in a general manager meeting and I put these magnets together and I watch them kind of strengthen each other. They come together, and when we're planning for a big event, when people will come together and they'll be stronger together than what any of them could be apart. That's what this stacking is. It's when we come together, even as peers. It can be an accountability group. It can be all kinds of different things, but it's magnet stacking, it's leadership stacking, it's strength stacking. So here's the discussion questions. There's 2 discussion questions. So they're not really difficult, so you probably don't need to write them down, but if you need to, go ahead. In what ways can we better position ourselves and others to be mentored by a stronger influence, right? So how can we put ourselves and put other people in the vicinity of a stronger magnet, right? A stronger leader for mentorship. And then second, how can we use stacking to join forces with others working toward a common purpose?